Hi everyone, so I'm Zeric Arboleda. I'm going to talk about for today is all about the OFW Investment Blueprint. And I'm sure you've heard of this and para lang malinaw sa inyo, kaya siya tinawag na blueprint kasi it's a plan. And one thing for sure, if we're going to talk about this, usually kasi sa mga nakakausap ko ng mga OFW, nagiging challenge is hindi na pagpaplanuhan kung paano mag-retire and kung ano yung nangyayari bilang empleyado, bilang worker sa abroad, kung ano lang yung pwedeng mangyari in the future, yun na lang yung pinagbibigyan. Whenever you're going to start to plan about your OFW investment blueprint, I would always suggest, especially for your retirement, maybe for the dream of your family, kung ano yung gusto mong mangyari sa buhay mo, always start with the vision. How would it look like? Ano bang dapat itsura ng retirement mo? Dito, ang gusto mong mangyari, kailangan ma-determine natin kung ano yung magiging itsura pagbalikbayan mo sa Pilipinas. So how would it look like? Kailangan ba pakapi-kapi ka na lang? Tipong pag umuwi ka ng Pilipinas, di mo na kailangan magtrabaho. Kung meron ka mang hanap buhay, baka hobby na lang yan. Tipong meron kang pag-aaksayahan ng oras mo para at least hindi mabilis yung pagtanda. Or gusto mo ba makakapag-provide ka with your family? Gusto mo ikaw yung mayaman at galanting lola or lolo? Na ang nangyayari kung may mga apo ka na galing sa mga anak mo, ay mapagbibigyan mo sila kung ano man yung gusto nila. Ang hirap naman, and I've seen this, people who are pinagpapasapasahan ng pamilya. Ang sakit sa paaramdam ng gano'n. And syempre, ikaw, it's our responsibility to determine what we want to happen in our future. So ano ba yan? If we're going to go with this, ano yung magiging itsura ng goals mo? Visualize this. Kailangan malinaw na malinaw sa'yo. If ever na ma-visualize mo yan, dapat ma-determine mo magkano ba yung kailangan mong naipon pag umuwi ka dito sa Pilipinas. And at the same time, magkano dapat yung kinikita mo on a monthly basis? Yung makakapag-provide sa gusto mong mangyari sa buhay. And if ever, paano mo malalaman yan? Siyempre, kung hindi mo ma-determine kung ano yung goals mo, kung ano yung magiging itsura nan, malamang sa malamang, hindi mo rin malalaman kung magkano dapat yung naipon mo, yung kinikita mo on a monthly basis. So how would it look like? You always should start with the vision first. Okay, so what you can do is pause the video, get a notebook, visualize this, write this down on paper, ano yung magiging itsura ng pagbalikbayan mo or pag-retire mo here in the Philippines. Good! So now that you've determined your goals, syempre, kailangan meron yan actual na numbers. But here's the thing, meron kami tinatawag na calculation para dyan and the only way for us to help you with this is through an investment consultation. Yes, we can show this to you. We have a calculator called the time value of money calculation wherein counted lahat ng inflation, counted lahat ng dapat mong kitain, pati yung magkano dapat ini-invest mo or sinisave mo on a monthly basis para ma-determine mo magkano ba talaga yung goals mo. So, paano ba yan? Paano ba yan sinisimulan? Unang-una, lalagay mo, gawa ka lang ng linya. First is what year, date you were born. After finding this, now, check mo ilang taon ka na today. Lagay mo kung ilang taon ka na today. After nun, when would you want to retire? What age? Hindi ibig sabihin ng retirement, hindi ka na pwede magtrabaho ha. Ang ibig sabihin nito, yung ideal age mo para mag-retire. For some of you, maybe bata ka pa and you're already planning for your retirement, baka mas mababa to. And if ever naman na some of you are really just starting to plan for your goals for retirement at the age of 50, maybe this is up until you are able to work. Depende para sa'yo. So what is the ideal age for you to retire? Kasi if you haven't planned for this, I'll be honest, medyo long term to. And I would suggest, kaya siya naging plano, hindi mo natin magagawa to overnight eh. Hindi siya magiging success overnight. Kaya siya tinatawag na plano kasi action siya na dapat sundin. Alright? So after you determining your age, what age should you need to retire? Okay? And the next, usually, departure stage. Ito yung mga panahon na kinukuha na tayo ni Lord. Ganyan. Depende sa age naman kung hanggang ilang age ideally umaabot yung family natin. So kami, around nasa 80 years old. Mahaba na yon for our generation today. Ang departure stage is ito yung panahon kung hanggang saan mo pinaplano na self-sustaining ka, kaya mong sustentuhan yung sarili mo, at the same time kung meron ka man pagpo-provide dun sa family mo. So pag nagawa mo na yan, kung anong ages yan, ang goal naman natin for this timeline is for us to determine how much amount of money yung kailangan na naipon mo starting from today up until the time you retire. And once na mag-retire ka, ang mangyayari, etong ipon na to is can provide for you on a monthly basis, or kung meron pang another source of income, can provide for you for a lifetime. So ulitin ko, paano namin ginagawa yan? Through a time value of money calculator. If you want some calculation with this, we can help you with this. Just book a free investment strategy call with us so we can determine this. But first, before booking an investment strategy call with us, how would you want to look like your retirement? Anong magiging itsura ng pagbalik-bayan mo dito sa Pilipinas? Alright, so once determining your goals, what should your next step be like? Pangalawang step is the financial blueprint assessment. Now we're going to check ano ba yung nangyayari sa totoong buhay. Ano yung nangyayari para ikaw ma-achieve mo kung saan mo gustong pumunta, nasaan ka na ngayon. So doing a reality check, ito ang mga tinitingnan natin. Una, magkano yung direct deposit mo? Sulat mo. If you want, you can copy this in your notebook and then naglagay ka na ng dash through these words. After these words, magkano yun na yung mga nandito para sa'yo. So magkano na yung time deposit mo? These are money in the banks na hindi mo pwedeng galawin. Usually around 3 to 5 years time bago mo siya pwedeng galawin. And kahit papano, mas mataas ang interest nito kesa sa savings account. Pangalawa, savings account. How much is your money na nasa bangko? Okay? How much is your money na nasa bangko? And kahit saan bangko to, pwede mo pagsamasamahin lahat, or kung isa kang masipag na tao, pwede mong isa-isahin kung saan bangko nakalagay yung mga pera mo. Third, cash on hand. So magkano ngayon yung pera mo na wala sa bangko? Kung ikaw yung tao na feeling mo mahilig ka mag-ipon, nasa aparador or nandun lang sa kwarto mo, magkano yan? Pwede. Ilagay mo lang. Next is fixed assets. So etong mga assets na to, as much as possible, ito yung mga nag-generate or nag-appreciate in value. So yung fixed assets na yan, ano mga example na? Mga bahay, lupa, mga pinag-investan mo na. You don't have to put in kung ano yung mismong value ng lupa or bahay, but you need to put in magkano na yung inilagay mo dun sa mga assets na yun. Kasama na din dito yung mga alahas, paintings, kung mahilig ka sa ganon. But still, if you're going to determine that, at least consider dapat ang value niya more than 500,000 pesos for it to be considered a fixed asset. Panglima, business asset. Remember, if you're going to consider an asset versus a liability, an asset is where this asset or business puts money into your pocket. Hindi yung paluwal at palabas yung pera mo. So that's the only time you should consider this as an asset. So business asset, doesn't matter kung magkano din yung value niya ngayon, but put in the value magkano na yung inilagay mo or pinasok mo dun sa business. 6 is about paper assets. So dito yung mga stocks, cryptocurrencies, bonds, mutual funds, unit investment trust funds. Ito yung mga tinatawag na mga paper assets. So ito, maganda dito ang ilagay mo yung actual value kung alam mo. Kung hindi, at least ilagay mo man lang magkano yung isinave mo or ininvest mo na dito sa mga paper assets na to. Next is protection investment. So kasama na din dito yung mga life insurance, health insurance, mga HMO, health and medical organization insurance, ganyan, or health card na tinatawag natin. So pwede mo ilagay dyan kung magkano yung sinisave mo or magkano na yung in-invest mo dyan. Kung meron ka man ng mga variable unit link, meaning may insurance na may investment sa stock market, pwede mo din ilagay dyan magkano yung actual value noong investment mo. Now, after you determining your assets, ang susunod mo naman gagawin is for you to check your liabilities. In liabilities, dalawa lang yan. It's either loans or debts. Pag sinabi nating loans, these are responsible na pangungutang. Tipong pinag-isipan mo, pinag-aralan mo, pinagplanuhan mo na binabayaran mo on a monthly basis. Sample, bahay, lupa, mga mortgages, kung meron ka man gadgets, pwede yan. Kaya lang, remember, these are responsible na pangungutang. So, paano yung pangalawa? Debts. Ang debts naman, eto yung tipong nagipit ka. Kailangan mo ng pera na ang nangyari na pautang ka kung kani-kanino or kung kanino man, and dito mo ilalagay sa debts naman. So ngayon, after you determining your assets and then your liabilities, now you need to determine your net worth. After determining your assets, you need to minus it with your liabilities. Then that's how you can determine ano yung net worth mo sa ngayon. So dito hindi lahat to accurate, pero this is what can help us to give us a ballpoint figure kung paano ka nag-iipon, paano ka nag-handle ng finances mo. So next, after you determining your net worth, ang susunod mo naman gagawin, magkano yung ginagastos mo on a monthly basis. Now we go to lifestyle and expenses. Nangyayari dito, so as much as possible, if you're going to put expenses here, eto lang yung mga bagay na kailangan mo for you to survive. You, your family, or whomever you are supporting. Bakit? Kasi if you're going to put in expenses dito tulad ng Shopee, Lazada, baka naubos talaga yung expenses mo. And how can we determine how responsible you are with your finances? So ano yung mga example lang? Rent, mortgage, kung nag-renta ka ng flat, pwede yan. Mortgage, kung may binabayaran kang bahay, condo, lupa, or dito sa Pilipinas na mga investments, pwede mo ilagay yan. Investments on a monthly basis, pwede mo din ilagay yan. And ito pala, if you're going to list down lifestyle expenses, put in here based on a monthly basis. Alright? So, kung ang budgeting mo yearly divided by 12. Kung budgeting mo every quarter divided by 3. Okay? So, sunod is food. Magkano yung ginagastos mo sa food? If you have transportation, or baka may grow shuttle na sumusundo lang sa'yo bilang empleyado ka, or baka isama mo na rin kung meron kang plano on a yearly basis, yung flight mo back here in the Philippines, if you're going to divide it by 12, parang pinag-iipunan mo siya, how much would it cost? Lagay mo na rin yan. 6 is utilities, water, electricity, internet connection if you are the one providing for that. Kung hindi man, you don't have these specific values, you can just put in general terms magkano yung pinapadala mo sa Pilipinas to your family or to whomever you are supporting in. Once you have determined your lifestyle and expenses, now we go to your surplus. Pagdating sa surplus, income minus expenses. Meaning, ito yung sumusobra sa'yo on a monthly basis. So, when we go to income, may dalawang klase lang yan. It's either passive income yan or active income. Passive income is something na kumukuha ka ng pera, kumakabig ka, or you put money into your pocket without you working for money. Then, active income naman ang nangyayari, pinagpapalit mo yung oras mo, nagtatrabaho ka bilang empleyado, kasama na rin dito yung self-employed, commission-based, yan ay active income. It's okay, pwede mo i-general to, magkano yung kinikita mo on a monthly basis and what's going to happen, i-minus mo yan with your total monthly expenses. So magkano ngayon yung sumusobra para sa'yo? Write this down. Then next, now we go to savings. Savings is magkano yung sumobra sa'yo times mo sa gaano katagal ka nagtrabaho. As much as possible, convert into months. And what's going to happen, ima-match mo ngayon yung naging savings mo, dapat ito yung ideal na naipon mo for your whole time na naging employee ka. Versus magkano yung total net worth mo sa ngayon. So savings, if this is much higher than your net worth, meaning probably mas magaling ka mag-manage ng finances and now you can expand your ways on how you can invest. If ang nangyayari yung savings mo mas mababa kesa sa net worth mo, then probably nagkaroon ka pa ng challenge in saving money. Or maybe, hindi naman kailangan na lahat to pag-iipon o paggigipit or paghihigpit ng sinturon. Maybe this is liable for you to have a greater income. Find another source of income kasi hindi mo kakayanin mag-ipon kung kahit sarili mo hindi mo kayang buhayin. And kapag malamala lang, sabay lang, your savings is almost equal to your net worth, then probably, tanong ko sa'yo, if this is going to happen, kung patuloy itong mangyayari, how would it look like 10 years from now? 20 years from now? Ang takot ko lang, if something happens, hindi ka ready, or if ever mangyari kung ano yung nangyari sa tatay ko, 64 years old na, hindi pa rin makauwi for good dito sa Pilipinas. Okay? So how does your savings versus your net worth look like? Alright, so punta tayo sa assessment. Now, this is where we can help you. Ang nangyayari bilang investment consultant, You can book a free investment strategy call here. We'll put a link here, jericarboleda.com/blueprint. And dito, a-assess natin ano nangyayari sa inyo in terms of earning money, managing money, growing money, protecting your money, and tithing. Doon, mas may explain natin kung paano nyo may handle to sa sarili nyo. And this is where us investment consultants come in. Kaya kami nagiging consultant is for us to help you find kung ano yung hindi nyo nakikita sa kung ano yung nakikita nyo na pero hindi nyo pa nagagawa. And maybe kung ikaw ay nakapag-manage na, baka meron ka ng other options for you to invest in. Alright? So that's good. And now we go to the proper way of investing. So ang tawag namin dito, the financial freedom pyramid. Para ma-achieve natin yung financial freedom. And whenever you're going to invest, you need to start sa foundation muna. So ano ba yung foundation? Kahit anong investment pa yan, you need to start at the foundation first tulad ng protection. Bakit? Tayo mga Filipino kasi, ang madalas na naiisip natin, madalas kung mag-i-invest, business, especially mga OFWs. And hindi na ako lalayo. Tulad ng nangyari sa tatay ko, dami nangyaring business and sad to say, halos lahat ng mga nangyaring business, ginawang business, nag-fail. And yun sana yung magiging retirement fund niya and dahil doon, inabot siya ng 64 years old bago siya makakauwi dito sa Pilipinas for good. So ano pa yung mga second tier when it comes to investing? Growth. This is for you to grow your money pagpapalago mo ng pera. Yung susunod is high risk. This is now where businesses come in. Franchising come in. Bakit? Bakit high risk to? Kasi hindi mo alam kung anong pwede mangyari. Statistically, 25% of the first 3 years sa mga nagbi-business, 25% of business owners fails. 1 out of 4. Pagdating naman sa 5 years, almost 65% statistically fail. After 15 years, 1 out of 15 businesses ang natitira. Grabe, di ba? Sobrang high risk yan. And kahit gaano pa katagal yan, hindi mo alam kung anong magiging ihip ng hangin. Katulad ngayon, nagkaroon ng COVID, nagkaroon ng pandemic, and sobrang daming businesses na nag-close. So ano pa? Susunod, direct stock trading, foreign exchange trading. Ito yung pagpapalit ng dolyar to peso, dirham to peso, New Taiwan dollar to peso, yuan, yen to peso. Syempre, may bibili ka ng mas mababa and then ibebenta mo ng mas mataas. Kaya lang, sino ba nakapag-predict? Yes, meron mga trends pero may 100% bang success rate when it comes to foreign exchange or direct stock trading? Almost 95% of people who invest here fails. Then lastly, real estate. Although ito yung naging business ng tatay ko or naging sources of income ng tatay ko pag umuwi siya dito sa Pilipinas, if you're going to start this na hindi ka masyadong informed, madami pa ring Filipino ang pag umuwi sa Pilipinas na ibenta yung bahay, na ibenta yung lupa. Bakit? Ang dami kasing nangyayari sa pamilya. Hindi napaghandaan. And if you're going to invest here, usually, saan mo ba nilalagay yung pera mo? Tama, sa bangko. And madalas, ang bangko, do you know where do they invest this? Sa Philippine stock market also. And usually, ang kinikita nila dito, around 10% to 25%, depende kung Philippine stock market yan or minsan pinapautang sa atin. And through loans. So, pinapautang sa atin through loans. And what's going to happen? Usually, kapag pautang yan, 8 to 14% per annum or 10% to 25% sa stock market. Depende sa movement pa rin ng stock market. But still, ang tanong, magkano yung binabalik ng bangko papunta sa'yo? Did you know na almost walang nangyayari? Ngayon ay April 9, 2022, 0.0625% lang ang interest ng bangko. And what if may paraan ka para dumiretso ka sa Philippine stock market and at the same time, kung ano man yung kinikita nila, at least, yun din yung potential na kitain mo. At least potential lang to. Pero depende pa rin sa movement ng stock market. So what's going to happen, yung mga yan is done through mutual funds, through unit investment trust funds, at saka through variable unit link. And when it comes to investing, kahit anong mangyari, you need to settle the foundations first. All of the security first. Bakit? If you're going to start this, hindi pwedeng lahat inilagay mo sa high risk. Paano yan? Kung retirement fund mo, sinugal mo doon sa mga business tapos hindi mo sure kung anong mangyari. And that's what happened to my father. If you're going to start investing, you need to settle these foundations first. Ano yung unang-una? Emergency fund. Emergency fund is when you need a money, may mapagkukuhaan ka. Hindi manggagaling sa business kasi malay mo, nagsisimula pa lang yan, puputulin mo na agad yung potential ng business mo kapag kumukuha ka ng pera. Or maybe stock market investment or cryptocurrency investment, baka kailanganin mo ng pera, puputulin mo na naman din kasi kailangan mo ng pera. So you need to settle this emergency fund. Meron ka dapat na ipon wherein doon ka lang kukuha kung kinailangan mo ng pera. But here's the thing, if you're going to put an emergency fund, may part na sosobra yan. Magkano dapat? I'll tell you soon. Kasi kapag sumobra yan, yung pera mo natutulog at natutulog na lang. Kapag yan sinave mo sa bangko, walang kikitain. Kapag yan nasa bahay mo lang, nasa kwarto mo lang, baka anayin yan. And madalas, ganun ang nangyayari sa Pilipino. The next, adequate life insurance. Especially if you're working for your family. You're the sole breadwinner. Ikaw yung sumusuporta sa kanila. What if something happens sa'yo? Ano mangyayari sa family mo? Saan ba pupunta yung family mo? And our goal here is whatever happens to you, tuloy-tuloy yung buhay nila. Hindi naman sa pangongonsensya, pero syempre dapat at least safe and secured sila. Next is HMO or medical insurance. So for now, if you are here in the Philippines, we can offer this to you. Medical insurance. We have partner HMO, Health Maintenance Organization that can provide medical care for you here in the Philippines. So paano to? Ito yung mga tipong nagkaroon ka lang ng trangkaso, nag-dengue ka, nakagat ka ng aso, depende. Pero at least around mga 20,000 to 200,000 pesos, maybe even COVID, kaya nitong i-support. But then, if you have a critical illness, more than mga 500,000, sabihin natin cancer, kidney failure, heart attack, which is ating mga Filipino dahil ang hilig natin kumain, hindi tayo nalalayo doon. Around mga 1 million pesos up to 5 million pesos dapat ang pine-prepare mo. Ang tawag dyan, critical illness fund. And then next is educational fund. Syempre, educational fund, this is for your kids. Kung may mga chikiting ka pa, ako, yung tatay ko, ipinanganak ako, around 38 na siya. And I graduated college, 56 years old na siya. Would you be able to support your kid up until you're already 60 years old? And as much as possible, kung gusto mo pa mag-continue magkaanak, di ba? Dapat na isettle mo na yung educational fund nila para pag nag-college sila, masisigurado mo makakapagtapos sila and at the same time, hindi mo pasan-pasan ang buong mundo once na mag-college sila. Then lastly is retirement fund. And here's the thing, dito nagkaroon ng challenge ng tatay ko. Kasi tayong mga Filipino, madalas inisip natin, mas mapapabilis yung kita ng pera, mas mapapabilis natin yung pag-iipon natin for our retirement. But here's the thing, paano kung yung investment mo, lamunin yung retirement fund mo? Saan ka nakukuha ngayon? What if 60 ka na, ito yung mangyari, baka dumating katulad ng nangyari sa tatay ko, 64 na, hindi pa rin makapag-retire. So if you'd like to learn more, this is how we end this. This is the Financial Freedom Pyramid and this is the OFW Investment Blueprint. Ang next step ngayon dito, ang mangyayari is for us to determine ano ngayon yung blueprint para sa'yo. Kasi we don't know, walang tamang investment para sa bawat tao. Ang pwede natin gawin, we can customize a suitable plan for each and every one of you so that we can see ano yung pinaka mag-work para sa'yo. Depende on your risk appetite, depende on what's happening with you right now, depende on ano yung level mo when it comes to finances, and that's what we're going to determine. If you're interested with this, you can go to jericarboleta.com/blueprint and dito makikita mo kung paano tayo makapag-set up ng meeting, ano yung mga ginagawa namin to help OFWs, and at the same time, paano tayo mag-meet so that we can customize a personal OFW investment blueprint for you. So if you're interested with this, like you're an OFW or may kapamilya ka na OFW, set an appointment with us so we can help you determine what you want to happen in your life pag umuwi ka at nagbalik-bayan for good ka here in the Philippines, and now how we can now help you from where you are right now to where you want to go and how you can get there. One thing na mapapromise ko sa inyo, we'll be there with you every step of the way. We'll be there with you para matulungan kayo with your investment journey. Alright, so thank you. I'll see you soon and I hope you've enjoyed the free PDF and this video for your tutorial on how you can determine your blueprint so far. And if may mga kailangan kayo, matutunan kayo ng mga specific details, we can talk about that on our free investment strategy call. Thank you and I'll see you soon.